At the time when this film was released, everybody was familiar internationally with the bloodshed in the north, but this is the first film that sort of tackled the insight as to where it all stemmed from. So was that kind of a reason for you to go with this film?
Yeah, it was, actually. The reason I made the film was because I just found it fascinating that this single person, you know, in 6 years of his life, embodied so many contradictions of the Irish experience, you know, in the Irish War of Independence. It almost seemed like they were channeled through one human being, and I just thought it'd make a great movie.
The fact that the candidate you're being asked to vote for is at this moment rotting in an English jail shouldn't put you off. Sure wasn't I in one myself till a week ago.
You actually got to give him a voice. Was that a difficult decision, kind of casting that person, you know, giving him a voice?
Casting Liam? No, because when I first wrote the movie, that was in the late 80s, actually, and I spoke to him about it. I said, look, I'm writing this movie. I don't know if I'll get to make it, but if I ever do, let's keep in touch. So, you know, he wanted to do it then. When I finally got the money to make it, he said, yeah, I'm still on for it. I wanted Liam. Liam has a dynamism, and, you know, he'd just been in Schindler's List, and we'd spoken all those years ago, but we kind of promised we'd do it together.
If they shut me up, who'll take my place? Who is going to take my place? I can't hear you. Who'll take my place? Will they shut you up?
When this film came out, it was huge all over the world, and Michael Collins became this pin-up. Did you realise that something like that was going to happen? You're actually going to create
Well,
this
I mean,
pin-up?
when I grew up in Ireland, nobody knew about Michael Collins. You know, we knew about De Valera, we knew about Sean Lamass, we knew about Pádraig Pearse, knew about James Connolly, but nothing was known about Michael Collins. You know, probably because of Civil War politics, you know.
You look good in forest.
There are certain things one should not do for one's country.
Like what? Like go in the game?
Some died for Ireland, but they've hoored for Ireland.
I suppose it does set a historical precedent.
Speaking of De Valera as well, Alan Rickman, God rest his soul, now he really personified him. He was perfect.
Yeah, I mean, Alan looked at every piece of footage you could find, and there's an enormous amount of radio stuff about De Valera as well, his voice. I mean, I would love to have continued the movie. If it was a TV series, that's what the HBO series, which is what they make now. After Collins' death, we could have dealt with De Valera's response to it, the aftermath.
Go on to America then, blast you. But leave me, Boland.
What's so special about Harry?
I know my men, and I can't do it without him.
Do what?
I can't run a war without Harry Boland.
You could run it without me.
Of course, I wanted to touch on Julia Roberts, of course. She is just like this heavyweight Hollywood star. Was that important for you, that it needed to be this huge star?
I wouldn't have been able to make the movie without Liam Neeson and Julia Roberts, you know. And my agent called me up, who was also Julie's agent. He said, by the way, Julia is really interested in this part.
Amazing. Music to your
ears. And I said, Julia Roberts? I'm not, what? And I met her, and I didn't realise she spent an enormous amount of time in Ireland, and she had read an enormous amount of the history, and she was very anxious to be in it and to put herself at my service, basically.
And he moved through the fair, and slowly.
We grew up in De Valera's Ireland, and it was, some people would say it was a very, very oppressive kind of place, you know what I mean? So I suppose Collins, he represents many things to many people, but I suppose what he doesn't represent is the awful grinding poverty of the 30s, 40s, 50s, you know?